Hey, Rihanna. Hello. Hey, Carly. Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. We're reading through March 1899 today. While I'm just getting things set up, I'll make next week's live, the live event thing on TikTok. I always forget to do it till I'm on here, so that will be September 4th. I can't believe it's September. I'm in complete and utter denial that I'm working next week. So not ready. Okay. So September 4th is up there now if you guys like to sign up for the live events. I look more like Kristen Stewart than Kristen Stewart herself. I do get Kristen Stewart a lot. I bet, I feel like I get it more when I pull my hair half back like this, because I haven't gotten it in a while. In high school, I used to get it all the time, but that's also when Twilight was really popular and stuff too, so that's probably why she was more in the forefront. Hey Rachel, how's it going? But yeah, I take it as a compliment. One time I was working and this lady told me I looked like Elvis's granddaughter, Riley Keough. And I got that a couple times on the live also. So that's my other lookalike. And they have similar like facial structures, Riley and Kristen. So that's probably what it is. It's like the boniness or something, the pointy chin. Oh. I'm in my last few days of freedom before the school year starts. So sad. I went into my classroom a few times this week, so I have been kind of working, but I could be way distantly related, yes. All right. Why don't we start? We're reading through March of 1899. Luckily, about 3 minutes before I came on, I realized I didn't have pictures of March, so I had to snap those really quick. So they should be all up here, but... Oh yeah, Rachel, I saw the pictures. Very cute. Ready for school. Even in the short time I've known you, your daughter looks so much older now. She's growing up. In my family search account, there is a feature to see what famous people... Abe Lincoln. Wait, are you related to Abe Lincoln? Oh, yeah, okay, so you're saying there are a lot of famous people you're related to, and one is Abe Lincoln. Oh my god, that's awesome. You have a lot of famous relatives, Carly, including Myrtie herself. I'm going to try to do that. Do you need to create the tree, though? Like, how does that work? You need to start making your tree on Family Search? I haven't done that. I've only done it on Ancestry. Hello, Basilith Cameron. It's ridiculous. I've told her to stop growing, yeah. A big portion of my family has been here since colonial days. Abe Lincoln himself. Uncle Abe. My family tree, I kind of hit a dead end after a few levels of grandparents. Because it went back to Portugal, and maybe their records are good over there, but I don't have access to them, and everything is in Portuguese, so... kind of lost track. And also I think just like where my grandfather grew up, especially, he was on Madeira Island in Portugal, and he's just like in a little shack on the side of the mountain when he grew up. So I'm sure the people before him also were, and I don't think there were many records that survived. They constantly upload new records as they digitize. Okay, yeah, I will. I'll check it out. Okay. March 1st, 1899. I helped about the housework. This diary belongs to Myrtie. She's up in the corner. She's a school teacher and lives with her dad and her stepmother. E.O. Wheeler and wife stayed here all night. Father, mother, and I stayed at home all night. She was pretty sick the past couple of months, but it seems like hopefully she is better. Oh, I gotta, hold on, adjust one thing, because I moved Myrtie back to where she was, but I feel like now she's kind of in the way. If I zoom in maybe, and I need to be able to see. Maybe, hold on, this. A little bit better. I like having her picture there, but need to be able to see what's actually on the pages. Yeah, maybe they stayed overnight. I don't know, actually. Or maybe, let's see, because she's been talking about him, so E.O. Wheeler took dinner here, and I think, yeah, they stayed over. That's what it seems like. They were house guests. Okay. I helped about the housework. Father, mother, and I feel like today's going to be a tough typing day. Stayed at home all night. I'm so tired. Let's look at the picture of her dad just to get a sense. Oh, this is the Slippy Diaries. Ah, we need Myrtie. Bye, Ralph. Hey, Holly. E.O. Wheeler. Did we figure out who? Yeah, he is, I think her father's brothers or her uncle. He has a crazy name. It's like, I'm going to have to look at it. It's not Ebenezer, I don't think, but it's something like that. This is her dad. And do I have his Find a Grave linked? Because that's where we could see. I'll just load him up because we're going to need it later anyway. Here she is. And her dad. E.O. is, oh, it's Enoch Alonzo. You remembered that, Rihanna? Oh my God. Good for you. You guys have a way better memory than me. Hey, Kate. Hold on, something popped up. There we go. Carrie said, is this your job? No, this is my side hobby. I'm a teacher, so for the summer, I basically didn't have a job. My job this summer was planning my wedding, but now I'm back to work soon. I have already started going into work, but technically the kids are starting next week. Why doesn't she call him Uncle E.O.? I don't know. Maybe, well, I don't know. She is a little bit older at this point. She's 32, I think. Yeah, she's 32. Maybe just because she's older. But I still think she would call him Uncle, but I'm guessing that's who it is. Yeah, and that's interesting, too, that she'd say and wife and not, like, the name of his wife. But I think it's him because their name is Wheeler, and, I mean, it makes sense. E.O. Wheeler. And he is married to Flora Laura. Flora Laura. Cute. What grade level do you teach? I'm in school to be a teacher. I teach art. K to 5 technically, but this year it's only K through 2 that I'm teaching. So kindergarten, first and second grade. Oh, your birthday. Thank you, Rachel, for pinning that. I missed that. Happy diary birthday. You get a special surprise. It's so nice now that we're reading only one diary at a time and we're moving faster. The birthdays are happening more often. We were reading at one point, it was really cool because we had a diary from 1903 from a husband and a wife, like each of their diaries. And that was the year they got married. So it was like really cool to read those together. But the pace was slower because we were reading basically 2 entries for every day. So we had like the diary birthdays were few and far between. But now I feel like I love the HDVD. Yes. Okay. Someone else had a question. How did I get into this? I started by finding and I have other questions too. I promise I'll answer. I started by finding a diary from 1917 at an estate sale. And I always gravitated towards like old pictures. I liked history in the sense that like I didn't love history class in school, but I loved like finding antique things and wondering who owned them and what stories they had and like old pictures and things like that. But then I found this diary and I was like, oh, this is cool. I bought it and it just sat on the shelf for a while, but when I started to read through it, I just like I had like read a couple of pages and then I'd have to read it again every time I opened it because I wouldn't remember, you know. So I started typing it all out, and then because I was typing it out, I was able to kind of pick up patterns about who the diary writer was talking about, and I figured out who it was, and it was just like from there it spiraled, and it was kind of like a puzzle, like a real life mystery puzzle that I was putting together and finding all of the clues and everything. So I just really liked that process, and then that's how I discovered this, and I realized, oh, I could like get some more diaries after I'm done and do other ones, you know. Yeah, it would be a fun job. This is just a hobby, but it would be a fun job. Hold on. The wedding date, yes, next August. August 1st, 2026 is our wedding date. What's your favorite part about having this as a hobby? It has changed over time, my favorite part. At first, when I was just doing this on my own and reading the 1917 one, she ended up like, it was the best diary I could have found because I was able to figure out who she was just by context clues and everything. And she was also just like a really prominent lady in Brooklyn society in 1917. So there was tons of stuff about her going to balls. Like I was finding things in newspapers about her attending parties and all of her friends and finding pictures of them and everything. So it really was like the perfect hook. And my favorite part then was like finding those things. Like when I found something that was a light bulb moment, it was like addicting, that feeling. But then when I started sharing this stuff on TikTok, because it wasn't until like a couple years later that I actually started making videos about it, this has become my favorite part of the hobby, like doing the live streams, which is really interesting because I was never a person who wanted to be on camera, like in photos, let alone video. And I still don't watch the live streams back, but I really, really enjoy doing this with you guys, and that has become my new favorite part. I'm writing a book in the 1800s. This is helping me with the letter writing. Oh, cool. That's cool. August is a great month. Our wedding anniversary is August 16th. Nice. Yeah, we wanted to do summer because I'm a teacher, and I want time beforehand to kind of like, I want to do a lot of the stuff DIY because I'm an artist. So I want time to get everything together and not stress, and then a little bit of time afterwards. So it worked out. Okay, that's so random. Right now it's 12 a.m. and I see this live stream. Well, welcome to the club. You're not going to bed. This is your favorite thing to watch on Thursdays. That makes me so happy. Someone came in here. It's happened a couple of times. I think it's probably the same person who says, oh, my favorite show's on. That always makes me happy. Oh, watching these lives inspired me to write a character through writing their diary. That is really cool. That's a cool perspective. Okay, Twyla, I remember you because your name reminded me of Schitt's Creek. Okay. That's a show, by the way. I'm sure you probably know, but you might be offended if you didn't know like what I was talking about. Can you give me an old-timey name from the passages you've transcribed? Ooh. Well, I bet the diary detectives in the comments can help. Some names that have stuck out to me that are people from the diaries that we've read are Georgia, Edna, Nellie. Those are from the Weatherman Diaries. Yeah, this is Myrtie, which is definitely a cool old-timey name. What's another one that stands out? We've had like quite a few Ednas come up. Anglesey, yeah, that was a wild name. That one's really specific. She wrote the 1917 diary. There are a lot of mods. I actually, like, it's cool to be exposed to all these old names because I feel like someday from when I have kids, I'll pick some really cool older names. Yeah, a lot of mods and, I'm trying to think. Genevieve, that's really pretty. Opal, yeah, that's a nice one too. Why can't I think now? Oh, Eveline is pretty. Hello, look who's behind you. Claude's in his window. Here he comes. All right, we should keep reading. Rachel says hi.
Hi, Rachel.
My middle name is after my godmother, Gertrude. Yeah, that's an older one too. Claude, fluffy Claude. You have to bend down, they can't see you. Oh, we got our engagement photos taken yesterday. Where's your head? I was trying to hold your head in it. We posed. We looked so nice. Hopefully. We'll see when we get the pictures, but I think it probably was pretty good. Oh, look, it's a fiance. Hey, Claude. There's Claude. Hi, buddy. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was fun. I was nervous because, again, I'm not like, I don't know. I've never had like a professional photo shoot done, especially in public. I was like nervous about being in where other people can see us, but it was okay. It wasn't that bad. Where do you find all of these? I have gotten some. I got one at an estate sale, and that was just kind of like a lucky thing. I've gotten a couple from eBay. Some were donated to me. This series is interesting because one of them I got on eBay, a 1905 diary of hers. And two of them were donated to me because when we started researching, we found somebody else who also had diaries of Myrtie's. And she was also researching them or planning to. And I reached out to her and we talked and she was like, I'm just going to send them to you. So that's where we got those two, 1899 and 1900. So we've got three, but from different sources. We're live streaming on August 1st next year. I actually don't think we can, which is sad because where we're getting married, there is no Wi-Fi. And like that's specifically, they say that there's no service. So I am trying to figure out, I'm not going to hire a videographer, I don't think, because budget. But I think, going to do some kind of camcorder situation to document it for myself too, because I'm kind of like worried that I'll regret if I don't have it videoed. But it's just like, once you start looking into prices for stuff, it's like insane. So I think I'm going to have some kind of like, we pass it around the camcorder and someone's in charge of doing the ceremony. Just like, I don't know. We'll see. But I definitely will have some pictures to share with you guys at the very least. And hopefully some video. Do you know Anne Lister's diaries? No, I don't know that. Yeah, it'll be a really good, it'll be a great place. It's somewhere that we visited when we were in college. And it's a farm. And they're really like into sustainability. Like that's their thing. So everything is solar powered. They don't generate any trash. They said on average their weddings produce 1 bag of trash. So it's pretty cool. So it'll be a nice, oh, you're a wedding officiant. Very cool. That's a fun gig. Yeah, it'll be like, so it'll feel not, I don't know, like a wedding factory. It's not like a wedding factory. It's a place that they don't usually have that many weddings. So, I don't know. Anyways, it'll be cool. I'd say make sure to turn camera arounds and get, yes, guest experiences and moments with the bride. Yeah, I think that I have one old camcorder that I just had like when I was a kid. So I'll probably use that and maybe get 1 or 2 more and pass them around or something. Yeah, okay. I love being involved without all the planning. Yes. Yeah, we're having a friend officiate. He'll do a good job. But yeah, there's so many decisions and I'm not even really in it yet, you know? But just, I'm glad that we figured out the venue and I have my dress and everything. And those are like the hard decisions. And the photographer, we just met her yesterday because we picked her, but then we did an engagement shoot with her as part of like the whole package yesterday. So like all those hard decisions have been made, and now it's kind of like got to do next, like figure out flowers and food and hair, all that stuff. In Florida, you just need to be commissioned notary. Yeah, here too, our friend is just going to do like, and you can get ordained online. Hi, Nikki. Just lurking. No problem. Okay. Keep going. Father, mother, and I visited at Omar Wheelock's. We came home and stayed at home all night. So, did we find... We had Otis Wheelock. Did we find Omar Wheelock? Is it Wheelock or Wheeler? Because I thought there was an Omar Wheeler, too. Wheelock. I have on my list from last week Otis Wheelock. Omar Wheelock, I can't even talk, sounds very familiar. And I feel like some of those pictures that we saw. Yeah, Wheelers and Wheelocks. I think some of those old pictures we were looking at last time might have been of him. So he's on our list. I do a bad job at like marking down when I find someone on the list. So that I'm looking at my list from last week and thinking, oh, did we find that person? Did we? And I have a check next to Ed Wheeler. And we know E.O. Wheeler. I didn't check him off. I don't know. Okay. March 4th. Whoa. I am not very well. I helped about the housework. Father, mother, and I stayed at home all night. Yesterday, when we were getting ready to do our engagement pictures, on the drive over there, it was pouring randomly. Like, it was a nice day, but there were some clouds here and there, like dark, heavy clouds. Oh, you scrolled and your birthday is March 4th. I have a special surprise for you then. Oh, yeah, here it is. So we were like, are you kidding me? It's going to start raining now. It was nice all day, but it passed and it was totally beautiful and fine. I helped about the housework. Do not feel very well. Father and mother went to Worcester, P.O. Post office. I stayed at home. We all stayed at home all night, like they do every night. How do I find these? A bunch of different places, mostly eBay, and quite a few of them have been donated to me. But basically, if you're searching for one, you're most likely going to find it on eBay or at an antique store or something like that. Yeah, the algorithm brought you here on your birthday, your diary birthday. Father went to Kent's Corner. That's a place in their town. Got mother a bottle, of a medicine. Warner's. We gotta look this up. Safe cure. See how safe it really was. It's probably arsenic. Trying to convince my sister to continue with her diaries. Yes, she should. Someone had asked, actually, oh, my eyes are burning. Someone asked, like, a little while ago if I keep a diary. And I do. I have a 5-year diary that you write in every day, and then the next year you go through the diary again, and there's a spot for that day of the next year. That's, like, the worst way of describing what that is. But anyways, you can look back on on January 1st, you can see January 1st from 5 years prior, basically. Yeah, so it's really cool when it's filled out, but I keep falling off the wagon and stopping, and then I'll do it for a while, and then I'll stop. I had like a couple of really stressful weeks about a month ago, and I stopped writing, and I never got back into it, so I gotta do that again, because it's really cool when you do look back and see, oh my god, like that's something that if I would have thought about it, I thought I did it last year, but it was 3 years ago. It's crazy. Yes, I know. I'll skip not just days, but like weeks. And it's interesting too, actually, because when I look through the whole diary, there are certain times of year that I'm worse about writing, and you can tell because it's blank for like all of them. Hey, Maria. Yeah, this is the 4th year of the 5-year diary for me. So after next year, I got to get a new one, which is crazy to think that it's been that long. I helped about the housework. We all stayed at home all night. Okay, Warner's Safe Cure. Let's look it up. I'm going to look it up just on Google. Okay, here it is. Oh, we can see like the bottle too. Warner's Safe Kidney and Liver Cure. Hulbert, oh, you can't see the whole thing, but I'll just read it to you anyways. Hulbert Harrington Warner, a wealthy New York fire and burglar-proof safe manufacturer. Oh yeah, you make fire and burglar-proof safes. Why don't you just dabble in making medicine? Purchased a, oh no, okay, hold on. I should probably read first. Purchased a medicinal formula from a doctor and created a multi-million-dollar patent medicine business in the late 1800s. So he stole it from a doctor? His cure? Warner bottled his cures, quotations, and sold them worldwide. The safe on the front of the bottle referenced Warner's previous business enterprise and alluded to the product's perceived safety. Perceived. Okay, so the bottle must be, I think it's in this museum, so this is what the bottle looked like. Warner's Safe. Oh, that's so interesting. Safe means 2 different things. So then if anyone ever came back at him and said, you said this was safe, but it made me sick, and he goes, well, actually, no, that's not what that means. It's Warner's Safe Kidney and Liver Cure, not Warner's Safe Kidney and Liver Cure. So he has something to fall back on, and there's a picture of a safe. Oh, that's clever. Okay, let's find out. Let's look in the newspapers. The guy who made safe was a thief. Oh my god, so true. Warner's Safe. I'll just put cure because that's what she said. So, and we're gonna look from like 1890 to 19. We'll go a little bit less and then we're gonna put Vermont. See if we can find one of those old ads for it. Here. Oh. The wide world round united testimony of the globe upon the greatest of modern discoveries, what the nation says. Oh, all of our different countries have tried Warner's Safe Cure and they all say it's good. So there have never, I don't know why I can't read today. My eyes are really like bugging me. There has never been in the history of science of the nations so united in expression from all quarters of the globe as above. Do you not think, reader, that if the great remedy, capitals, has been so valuable to the people throughout the world that it may also help you? Do not try any cheap things, but use that which has been proven purest, best, and most scientific. Yeah, let's find out the ingredients. What is it called? Warner's, it's like Safe Cure ingredients. Warner's Safe Cure was a very successful patent medicine, aggressively marketed. Okay. Oh, wow. He even dabbled in diabetes. In addition to his kidney and liver cure, he also introduced a safe nervine. I don't know what that is. Something for your nerves. Safe diabetes cure, safe tonic bitters, safe rheumatic cure, safe pills, and later his Tippecanoe bitters. The Warner's patent medicine products, with the exception of safe pills, and Tippecanoe appeared in a unique bottle which featured an embossed safe on the front. This drew upon his earlier career, business, and implied to his potential customers that his product posed no risk. Yeah, all of the remedies are very vague. I'm surprised he even made separate ones. He must have found that more profitable, because a lot of these old cures, they put in the newspaper ads like, oh, it cures this, that, and they list like a million different unrelated things that it cures. Oh, juniper, dandelion, uva ursi, and buchu leaves. So that all sounds very natural. Yeah, where's the ingredient list here? Here, I think. Oh, cool. He wrote a book. This guy wrote a book about him. I'll look at it. Is this, like, accessible? Oh. Can't I can't open it. Sometimes I can on Google Books. Okay. Extract Lycopus virginiana, 308 grains. Liverwort, wintergreen, potassium nitrate. Alcohol, 90%. That's what makes you feel better. Glycerin, and water. Okay. What's potassium nitrate? In fertilizer. Yeah. Sharp, salty, bitter taste. But is it safe? It can cause eye/skin irritation, nose, throat irritation, and high levels can cause breathing issues, headache, fatigue, and even death. Wow. Oh my God. Not good for you. Not at all. So his cure was making people sick, and then he'd take more of his cure. I don't know what grains are. Oh, okay, hold on. They explain. Lycopus virginiana is also known as bugleweed, and the plant is available from herbalists and is known to have medicinal qualities, including use as a sedative and for treating an overactive thyroid. Liverwort, also known as Hepatica americana, is also apparently endowed with herbal medicinal properties, including as an astringent and a diuretic. Apparently, large doses can produce symptoms of poisoning. Wintergreen extract is also a diuretic and a stomach stimulant. Large doses induce vomiting. Potassium nitrate, better known as saltpeter, is component of fertilizer and fireworks, but its medicinal value is doubtful, except as Seeliger notes as a stomach irritant. Glycerin is a sweet-smelling, I can't follow these lines, emollient that is a byproduct of soap making. It apparently has a tendency to absorb moisture. The remaining ingredients of alcohol and water need no explanation. As Seeliger notes, alcohol is a kidney irritant as well as a depressant. It is safe to say that at least some of Warner's customers were looking for a little more than something to fortify their nerves. Whether these ingredients actually had some beneficial effect is difficult to say, since the almanacs and pamphlets marketing Warner products were uniformly positive in their reviews. Interesting. Warner's Safe Cure. A favorite of the ladies. Here are some of the ads. So I'll definitely have to pick one of these and put it in the little scrapbook. Oh, that's a good one. From God himself. I like this one. For diabetes, for nerves, for everything. Kidney and liver. Oh, potassium nitrate is still used as a medication and supplement today. That sounds kind of crazy, since it's so bad for you. Let's see. Oh, you can buy it. Potassium, though. Is potassium nitrate the same? It's funny that it can negatively affect your kidneys, and it was supposed to be helping your kidneys. I don't know why this is so zoomed out. My screen, whatever. Okay. Anything is okay in moderation. Yeah, I guess so. Perfect live to watch while eating my chicken nugs. Oh, I'm jealous. You know, right before I came on, Ian called me because every week he forgets that I have my live stream. And I'm like, well, I'm about to go on in 2 minutes. So, and he's like, oh man, I was bringing you a surprise for dinner. And it's Five Guys. And I said, well, I'm going to have to eat it later. So just so you know, I'm giving up Five Guys for you guys right now. Potassium occurs naturally in bananas. Yes, I knew that. But potassium nitrate is in fertilizer. But I don't know. Maybe it's the same. I'm not a chemist. But I went to Jane Hastings? Jame? It looks like Jame. You've never had Five Guys? I hadn't had Five Guys for most of my life until I met Ian, because I was convinced that Five Guys would, like, kill my stomach, because I don't have a very great gut. You know, it might be Jamie. We can look it up, too. So I was just like, no, I'll never eat that. It's going to make me so sick. And it doesn't, and it's delicious. I'll put Jane / Jamie, and we'll figure it out. Hastings with father. Gave Elsie a music lesson. Okay, so that's a clue. He probably has a daughter named Elsie, or a wife named Elsie. Father went to town meeting. Mother went to her mother's, Mother Campbell's. We all stayed. I really can't type today. I think it's because my fingernails are a little longer than they usually are. At home all night. Okay. Let's look up James Hastings. I'm curious. I'm gonna do it in another tab. And we'll see if James Hastings is buried, isn't it Washington County? Vermont. James A. Hastings. James Joseph Hastings. Oh, he's in Calais. That's the same town they're in. And we have an Elsie. Yes, we have an Elsie, his daughter. So, this is him. So I should probably... How am I going to do this? I'm going to just copy his picture of his gravestone and put it in here. And link it. So it is James. She just forgot to put the S. Oh, cool. Welcome. All I see is P for your name, but welcome and thank you for the compliment. It is. It's very fun, and it's a different kind of thing. All right, so that's James and Elsie, so I can already check him off. That's kind of nice. Hey, Melody. And let's keep going. Maybe let's see if Elsie's got a picture, actually, because she died in 1980, so there's a chance. Let's look her up. And does that mean she didn't get married? March 27th, 1980, she died. Oh, let's look her up from, like, I don't know, Mrs. Elsie Hastings. Oh, unless she wasn't young. Siblings, parents. Oh, Miss Elsie Hastings. Yeah, now it says Miss. Well, we might need to look on Ancestry. I'll write her down too. We're reading a diary from, oh, hi Grandma on YouTube. We're reading a diary from 1899. And looking up the people that the writer talks about. I forgot to mention this. Someone asked before, who is Myrtie? She's the lady up in the corner of the screen, and she's the one who wrote the diary. She's a 32-year-old school teacher during this diary. I am not very well. Poor thing has been very sick this winter. I helped. When did you switch from the married couple's diary? We started this new project like maybe about a month ago. So we wrapped that one up a little bit before that. But it's all, if you missed it, it's all on my website. I helped about the housework. But I sent those diaries to a descendant of one of Georgia's uncles, great uncles, I think. She was happy to have them. I helped about the housework. Father, mother, and I stayed at home all night. I find the diaries in all different places. I got one at an estate sale, and that's the one that started my hobby. And I've gotten them on eBay. I've also had them donated to me. This set of diaries is interesting because one of them I bought on eBay and the other two were donated. Oh, that's okay. We do happy belated diary birthdays too. Don't worry. I should do a separate one for that, but I don't even think I have the little file anymore, so happy diary birthday. Father went to, let's see if I can do it. Montpelier. And got some checks cashed for mother. Hi, Ashley. I helped about the housework. We all stayed at home all night. March 10th, 1899. Oh, thanks for all the likes, guys. I'm looking up there now. 8.4 thousand. Thank you. There's 100 people in here right now. Father went to James Hastings. Oh, now she puts the S. And cleaned his organ. Ed. Ooh, daughter's diary birthday. Happy diary birthday. Ed Wheeler and wife spent the eve here. Yeah, she does have pretty writing and easy to read, which is nice. Father's mother and I stayed at home all night. Father, mother, not father's mother. Okay. On Family Search, there's a lot of updates. Goes real far out. Yeah, Carly was just talking about some of those new features today. I think she was saying it was new, but it can tell you what celebrities you're related to now. She's related to Abraham Lincoln. No, I'm not LDS. Eveline Hall visited here. That is her grandma, right? On her, no. Why is that name so familiar? Who is that? Mason Wheeler is her. Who is that? It's her grandmother, right? Oh, but on her mom's side, I think. I'm just trying to find. I gotta go back to here. No, that's wrong person. Hold on. Sarah Ladd. No, that's not right. Who's Eveline Hall? We found her before. Or maybe I just wrote down her name before. I don't know. I thought we had found her. No, this is Find a Grave. I know. I need to... Oh, you have to add what you know for your family tree. For what? I don't know. This that I'm looking at right now is Find a Grave. It's not Family Search. But, oh, for the celebrity thing. Yeah, I find the website of Family Search hard to use, but I just use Ancestry mostly, so I haven't like been on there in a while. Okay, anyways, Evelyn Hall visited. Here. Clark Doty and wife M.S. Hathaway and wife and Evelyn spent the eve here. I took the number 7 school for the spring for $5.50 per week. Oh, we can look that up. Father, mother, and I stayed home all night. Okay. Why is it so zoomed in? There we go. 1899 to now. I just used this one. $5.50. It's about $214 today. So she was making about $214 a week. Hathaway is my family name. Someone had my aunts all on there, but they had them deceased. And when I tried to fix it, they deleted them. Oh, on Family Search? Yeah, Family Search, I don't know if it's gotten better, but it used to be like anybody could edit the family tree, and it was just like one giant family tree. But I think that has changed now. Yeah, Twyla said, I love the clicking of the keyboard. I get that a lot. The microphone must pick it up nice. James Doty was a Wisconsin governor. His cabinet in my hometown. Wonder if they're related. Well, we could do a quick little Google search and see if somebody important was visiting. Clark Doty. Oh, James Doty. Okay, but Clark Doty is the one. Hi, Simon. I like your mouse and cheese. Let's see if Clark Doty has anything in the newspaper. And we're going to narrow it down to Washington County, Vermont. And we're going to make it from... Oh, no! Well, rest in peace, Clark. He succumbs from effects of paralytic shock. I wonder what that would be called now. What is paralytic shock? Oh, it's still a thing. Oh, anaphylaxis? Oh, no. Is it? Or is it just... Was it called that before? Sudden loss. That's what I would have thought. I would have thought it was like a seizure or something. But this... I'm getting anaphylaxis. Anaphylactic shock. But nothing here actually says paralytic. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder what technically, medically, like what actually happened. Just paralysis? Yeah, who knows? It could have been caused by anything, but interesting. Okay. Oh, he was married to Myrtie Wheeler. And a Doty was a son. Oh, no, this is Doty. Never mind. He is Doty. So he's probably, like, married into the family. I don't know which one Martha is, if she's, like, an aunt or something, but we really haven't built out their family tree much. Clark Doty and M.S. Hathaway. Oh, that's a name that I see a lot. There's a cemetery I was looking at. I don't even remember where it was, but everyone's name in the cemetery was Theophilus. It must have been a family name. Doty's funeral. Oh, another name, Philo Brown. We've seen him quite a bit. Okay, I was gonna look up someone else and I forgot, but I'll just keep typing. Do you research family trees? I dabble in creating the family trees for the diaries usually. And I've done my own family tree to an extent, but I'm not really in depth with that. I'm more just like I use the family trees to support what I'm finding in the diary mostly. Oh, really? You lived it's pronounced Callus, right? I always thought in the beginning that it was Calais because I thought that was how it would be pronounced in the French way, but Callus. That's cool. I would love to hear actually, Lisa, stay on for a couple minutes because I'm really curious. I had posted in a Facebook page for people of Calais or Callus, sorry, because I'm curious. This isn't like Myrtie Wheeler and the Wheeler family is a pretty prominent name in that area, and I'm curious. Like, I don't know how long you lived there for, if you knew any of these people, or if you had heard the name. I'm just like, I would love to hear from you. And just kind of like your experience of the history of the town. Because it seems like a pretty small town. So I would think that kind of history would stick around. You know the name? That's crazy. That's so cool. Myrtie, her picture's up in the corner. She died in, I think, 1965. I think I have it in here. I should. Yeah. 1965. And she didn't have any children, so unfortunately she didn't have anyone younger in her direct family line that I could throw out names of, because that would be cool if you knew anybody. But yeah, I mean, if you want to chat more about the town, message me on TikTok or something, and we can chat, because I'm curious. We just started reading her stuff, so I don't know a ton about the area. 1965 is way later than I thought. Yeah, it is. Like, it's kind of crazy sometimes thinking about these people who lived in the 1800s and lived all the way to the 60s and 70s. She was like 90 something, right? I think it says it on here. It's so convenient that Find a Grave just like sums everything up for you. Yeah, she was 97. But it seems crazy. Actually, yeah, Anglesey was born in 1899, the one who wrote the 1917 diary, and she died in 1980. Isn't that crazy? Wait, that's not true. Let me search. It's been so long since I've worked on hers. Oh, it's not Hewlett. Yeah, it is Hewlett. Habit. Is she on here? How do I? It's been too long. This should be right. I'll look up her husband and find him. Okay, what is going on? Did I spell the last name wrong? No, that's not right. Doesn't look right either. No, it is 1T. Okay. That's why. This is Anglesey's husband. And this is Anglesey. Yeah, 1899 to 1980. Her biological mother was one of... Oh, I don't know why. That's why I was confused. I'm like, how did that line up? Okay, because I'm reading 1899. Myrtie was born not in 1899. She was born in like when was she born? Hold on. I need to fix this. I think I had it right here, right? I just can't read that small. 1867. Yeah, that makes more sense. It wasn't making sense in my brain, and that's why. Why are you doing this? That's a great question. Just for fun. And because it feels good to return them to families, the diaries, when we're done. But mostly just for fun. I was also wondering how you do these diaries, and this is paid or volunteer. This is just for fun. I technically do make something off of my Patreon, so I have a group that called the Diary Detectives, and we do like extra research projects, and we have a little Discord chat. So I do make stuff on the side, but it's not like my career. Having 10 kids sounds like a nightmare. Yes, it does. Myrtie was an only child, but her father was one of 10. And her mother was one of 7. Yeah. I think Myrtie's mother died. She definitely died pretty young. And maybe they were going to have more kids, but didn't. I don't know. Or couldn't. Who else is going to keep up with the homestead? Okay, I'm missing a conversation. What website is this? This is Find a Grave. And I use Ancestry a lot, but I don't have it up right now. This is newspapers.com. And then this is just Google Drive. I'm just using Google Drive to get the... Oh, she died at 40. Okay, so maybe they were not planning on having more children, probably. No, I'm not in the Creator Fund, but I do Patreon. Okay. Father, mother, and I about home. It rained. We all stayed at home all night. March 13th. So that was honestly kind of old to have a baby at. Oh yeah. Okay. Her mom died at 40 and Myrtie was 9 to 10. Yeah. That is crazy. I don't think Gen Z can read cursive writing. Yeah, I don't know. It depends. I think some schools have stopped teaching it, but I think they just got rid of the mandate that you have to teach it. Some schools still do. And I teach young students, like K through 2 mostly, but I teach up to 5th grade sometimes, and I feel like they can read cursive. Like maybe they're learning at home or maybe they're learning in school, but they brag about it. They're like, oh, I can write my name in cursive, you know? So there is still some kind of like trying to teach them. I just don't know where it's coming from or if it's actually happening in the classroom. I teach art, so I don't do anything with like handwriting or anything like that. My great-great-grandmother had her last child at 35. Homeschooling for us. Oh, so do you teach them cursive in homeschooling? I just remember in 3rd grade for me, there was like a whole unit on cursive writing, or at least like we spent a lot of time learning cursive writing, and I'm guessing that there's just, with all of the new things they're adding on, all of the standardized testing, there's probably just like not time for it anymore, and that's why they got rid of it. But I don't necessarily think they should have. I think there should be less emphasis on trying to like pass the standardized testing, but that's the reality. Like a lot of even the little kids, a lot of their time in school is spent on that kind of stuff. Thanks to you, I've delved into my family history. Nice. Felt like we did a whole year of it. Yeah, I don't really remember 3rd grade that well, but I do remember learning cursive for a long time. So it must have not just been a unit. It must have been like throughout the year. Gen Alpha can probably not read cursive, but Gen Z absolutely can. Besties. Yeah, it's millennials and then Gen Z, right? I'm like right on the end. I think I'm either like the last year of millennial or the first year of Gen Z. I'm like right on the line. And that it explains why I've never felt, okay, oldest Gen Z is 27. So I'm technically probably a millennial, but barely. What's the oldest diary you've done? 1897. Elder millennial here. We learned in 2nd grade and I had to write everything all year in cursive. Yeah, I feel like I remember that. Like after we learned cursive, we had to write everything in cursive. And I think it was 3rd grade for me. Third grade is also, I remember when we were doing the times tables, like, heavily. It's funny, third grade really stands out in my memory. The other grades, not so much. I remember learning, like, in kindergarten, the letters and how to write, and which is crazy, because now kids come into kindergarten and they're not learning letters. Like, they're expected to already know that. And a lot of kids, when they come into kindergarten, they're, like, writing their names. Some of them aren't. Like, it's kindergarten is crazy, because there's some kids who have been in, like, multiple years of preschool, and then there's some kids who this is their first time they're ever doing any kind of school. So kindergarten's, like, a mixed bag in the beginning. But there are kids who come in and can do all that and are ready to start, like, they're, like, doing math. I don't know. I just don't remember any of that. I remember, like, playing. I taught myself how to write in cursive upside down, because it was kind of weird. I vaguely remember, I don't think I wrote in cursive upside down, but I used to write upside down for fun. That's funny that you say that, because I didn't remember I did that till you said that. But I used to write upside down sometimes. Or read upside down too. Maybe it was reading. I used to try to, like, test myself. Third grade was multiplication for me too. When I went into kindergarten, you were supposed to know the letter names at least. Yeah, that probably was the case. But I remember, yeah, we probably were supposed to know, like, which letter was which. I don't think we learned that in kindergarten, but I remember that every week in kindergarten, there was a letter. Oh, hold on. It says I'm inactive. Every week there was a letter of the week, and they had it up, and our homework would be we'd take home a picture and have to color the letter in, and we did all activities based on the letter. So it was probably more like then starting to recognize it in words and things like that. But I remember that specifically about kindergarten. I remember, like, nothing about first grade. Second grade, I remember my teachers, but I don't remember what we learned. Second grade, I remember we had a phonics book, like a workbook, and I loved it. Good morning, Deb. I loved the phonics book. I wanted to do that all the time. All the blends, and, like, you write out I don't even remember what it was, but I really enjoyed it. In third grade, I remember multiplication and cursive, and I remember elapsed time. That was something we spent a lot of time in third grade on, and I was awful at it, and I still am. I don't know what it is. There's, like, certain things that my brain just doesn't do, and one of them is looking at dates and figuring out how much time between the dates, and I don't know why I can't do it, but I can't. And time. Like, oh, if this starts at 9:30 and ends at 6:15, how much time is in between? No matter how many times she would do a problem every day, we'd practice, I'd get it wrong. And I was so frustrated. And I still have to, like, count on my fingers. I don't know. I helped iron and do other housework. Father carried me to H.W. Towns's. By carried, she means on a horse and buggy. I truly thrived in any language arts class I was ever in. Yes, same here. I think that's why I probably loved the phonics book. It was, like, fun for me. H.W. Towns's. I paid her... Oh, is H.W. Towns a woman? $20. Thought it was a man. Henry William Towns. Father carried me to H.W. Towns. I paid maybe his wife. I paid her $20 for 10 weeks board. Oh. This is answering some questions. Father, mother, and I stayed at home all night. So she was staying there, and she would mention after teaching that she'd go to H.W. Towns's and stayed all night. I thought it was just, like, a nice thing they were letting her stay there because it was hard to get home in the winter from school. But, oh, I'm sorry, Kate. I know I really went off on a tangent there. But it sounds like she rents from them. That's interesting. Father and I did the family washing. Mother is sick. She did not sit up much. I did the housework and made her bed. We all stayed at home all night. $20 for 10 weeks. Yeah, let's see. Oh, actually, Carly already did the math. Thank you. $20 then was equal to about $778 now. Imagine 3 months rent for less than $800. Yeah, that's crazy. It's probably just a little room, but still, that's insane. Unheard of. March 15th. I did most of the housework. I learned bank script in 6th grade and stayed in touch with my teacher until her passing in 1982. What's bank script? Is that different than cursive? Is that like, what's shorthand or something? Or a certain style? Mother is a little better. No. Well, okay. The question is, I just found your live. Are you getting paid to type this up? Technically, no. This is just for a hobby. But I do have a Patreon, which is a separate group. Some of the Diary Detectives, my Patreon supporters, are in here now. But that is like a Discord group where we do more in-depth research and video chats and stuff. So I do make money off of the hobby itself, but not directly. I'm not like being paid by the hour or commissioned by anybody. I did most of the housework. Oh, that's this one. Mother. Oh, okay. It's just called bank script. Cool. Is a little. Oh, I already did that. Mother is a little better. Uncle Martin took dinner here. Father, mother, and I stayed at home all night. Okay. Thanks for the follow, Becca. And Joe and Kay. Thursday. Oh, I don't need to read Thursday. March 16th. It's almost my diary birthday. I did the most of the housework. Father and I have you in my AirPods while I work OT. Nice. Diary birthday on the 16th. Woohoo. Hold on. Yay. Happy diary birthday. So special. Martin is her father's younger brother. Let's see. Oh, and yours too. Rihanna, happy diary birthday. Wrong thing. Hold on. That's angle C. Oh, I thought I had it open. Ugh. Go back to Myrtie. Her father's youngest brother. Martin. Here he is. Oh, he died in 1902. We don't have the 1902 diary, but he has only a couple years left. So does her stepmom. I think it was 1903 she died, so. It's crazy to read these things and know that soon these people are gonna pass away. First time in all diaries it's landed. Oh! Landed on what? Wait. Is it, Fifi, is it your diary birthday too? Wait, I think I missed that. Or no, I did see it. I just didn't see that it was your name. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. And then someone else said I'm March 16th. Okay. Happy birthday to you too. Oh, it keeps like jumping down when someone new comments. Happy birthday to you too, Molly. Happy diary birthday. Okay. Father and I went to, I say Worcester because I'm in Massachusetts. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. I did a little trading. Father, mother, and I stayed at home all night. I've been here for my diary birthday, missed it in all other diaries. Well, congratulations. Yeah, you've been watching for a while, so that is meaningful. All right, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. I gave Ellie and Elsie Hastings music lessons. I did the most of the housework. Mother is some better. Father, mother, and I stayed at home all night. March 18th. I get the diaries from different places. These specifically, one of them I got from eBay. Oh, that I was gonna say I gave. same one. But one of them I got from eBay and 2 of them were donated to me. I helped Mother cut her wrapper. Did some housework. We've come across that before. I think wrapper is like a robe, kind of. Yeah, it is interesting that she's putting the, because she wasn't doing that before. She was saying, I did, or wait. She's putting the word the in her sentence. Most of the, yeah. She would just say, I did the housework, or I did most of the housework, but I did the most of the housework is interesting. It sounds weird, and she wasn't writing it like that before. What do the thur and we stand for? That is for thermometer and weather. And this type of diary was like mass produced. So people would write, obviously not her, she didn't do it, but some people would write what the temperature was here and what the weather was on the other side. Did some housework. Father, Mother, and I stayed at home all night. March 19th. This is my diary birthday. Woot woot. Father, Mother, and I. Why did I say stay? Oh, I was reading the next sentence. Father, Mother, and I about home. Pisces squad. Yeah. We stayed at home all night. Making cigars involved cutting wrappers from tobacco leaves. Oh, it could be that. Could be. I helped. How much have we seen them go out? Maybe she's cutting out a pattern for the robe is what I was thinking. Like maybe she's making it. How much have we seen them go out? Not much. Myrtie goes out to, hey Kayla on YouTube. Myrtie goes out to teach. She's a teacher, and that's like it, basically. Sometimes they have people come over. We've really only read 3 months of her life though, and it's middle of the winter, so that might be part of it. Oh, it's your birthday. Happy diary birthday. March 20th. I helped Mother on her wrapper. Did the most of the housework. She, Father, and I, yeah, and they've been sick, stayed at home all night. Yeah, maybe in the summer months they'll be a little bit more active in the town, but yeah, they pretty much stay home every day. And she tells us too. She doesn't like let that just be the norm and tell us when they go out. Instead, she tells us every day that they stayed in. I helped Mother on her wrapper. Yeah, I think maybe she's making a new dress or a new robe. I did a good part. Oh, she sometimes does the most of the housework, but now she just did a good part of the housework. I wonder who helped her. Father, Mother, and I stayed at home all night. A page back, I thought I saw some text along the binding. On the left-hand page, down at the bottom. Here. I think I put that in. Or maybe I forgot. 13th. Yeah. Father, Mother, and I stayed at home all night. When she runs out of room, sometimes she goes up the side. Okay. Father, okay, March 22nd. Father brought apples out of the cellar and we sorted them. Mother and I mopped. Oh, Mother must be feeling better. I helped about the housework. We stayed at home all night. March 23rd. Is it assorted? Oh, you're right. We assorted them. Okay. March 23rd. I helped about the housework. Cut my red and black waste. So they're making a bunch of clothes right now. Father, mother, and I stayed at home all night. I love how succinct people wrote. Meanwhile, I write novels in mine. Yeah, they don't really get too much into feelings in older diaries, it doesn't seem. They more just, like, document black and white what they did that day. Sometimes I wish they gave us a little bit more, but... I gave Elsie Hastings a music lesson. Father and I took dinner at Hastings. We spent... That's who I want to look up. We spent the eve at Alonzo Wheeler's. Mother went to her mother Campbell's. Father and I stayed at home all night. We gotta figure out where Mother Campbell was living, because she goes there a lot. Is there anywhere to read the diary you've already transcribed? Yes, on my website, which is www.thingslostandfound.com. If you go there and you click on Myrtie Wheeler, I actually have to change this because now we have more than just the 1905 diary. I originally just started with the 1905 one, but then the 1899 and 1901, I think, 1900. Were donated to me. So we have 3 now. But if you click on that, these... Oh, actually, it is loading. Usually when I show it on live, they don't load. But these Google Slides are the diary so far. So if you click on this, it will open up my slides where I have put everything I've transcribed for that diary. And then this one is like pictures of people that we found or places that are relevant. Is this just for fun? Yeah, kind of. Is there, let's see. It doesn't seem like they sat on emotions quite like we do now either. Not that they didn't feel them. Yeah, that's true. They probably had a lot less time to dwell on it because they had to do a lot more. A lot of our life has become automated and we have more time to, like, stew on things, I feel like. Or maybe they just held grudges and moved on, but, like, didn't talk to those people anymore or something. All right, Father got mixing milk. I don't know what that is. At O. Wheelock's. We went to Reverend P.H. Carpenter's. Took tea. Her father is a reverend, so that makes sense that they're, like, chatting with other reverends. Mother is at her mother, Campbell. Father and I stayed at home all night. We'll finish out March, and then I'll sign off. Addie, her Aunt Hannah Wheeler married Sewell Towns. Grandma Campbell lived in Hyde Park, then is listed in Calais. Oh, I wonder if she moved in with them after. Thank you. March 26th, but not 1899. It is 1899. Mixing milk is for calves. Oh, this diary is from Vermont. My first time here, March 26th is your diary birthday. Okay. Did I do 25th? Yes. Okay. So, happy diary birthday. Hold on, my brain is like pausing. I don't know why. There we go. I start to get really tired at the end of these things. I had a long day. I had to sit at the car dealership for like 2.5 hours. Because my car had a recall. And it was so boring. I was so tired. Is this a famous woman? She's famous in our eyes, but no, yeah, she's just like a random lady from Vermont. Where do you find these diaries? I found the first one I ever researched, I found at an estate sale. But the rest of them I've found on eBay or have been donated to me. In this series, I have 3 diaries. One of them I bought on eBay, and then the other 2 were donated by someone else who bought them on eBay, which is interesting. Scrolled by, heard Hyde Park, where I live, and Calais, and had to pop in. That's crazy. It's crazy how no matter where, because I've read diaries from Iowa, like from all over the place, there's always somebody on TikTok who's scrolling through and is like, oh my God, that's my hometown. And they come in. It's like so cool. Yeah. So the diary author who's up in the corner, Myrtie, her stepmother, her stepmother's mother lived in Hyde Park. And they all lived in Calais. That's so funny. Father and I at home. I am not very well. They just keep taking turns getting sick. Mother is at her Mother Campbell's. Father and I stay just popping in to see if she's left the house yet. They have, but not a lot. I stayed at home all night. She is not teaching right now either. It sounds like they have a long break. And I think she said that in the spring she's got another lease, right? Or like, I don't know if it's a lease, but she's renting a room from H.W. Towns's for the spring. So maybe school doesn't start up again for a little bit. She's been teaching music lessons. March 27th, 1899. Father went to Luther Wheeler's with Dr. Lawrence. Ooh, is someone sick? I am not very well. Myrtie's not very well. Mother is at her Mother Campbell's. Father and I stayed at home. Have you looked to see when Mother Campbell passes? No, I haven't. That's an interesting thought, though. I will do that. Father and I stayed at home all night. I know that Hattie Campbell, who is Myrtie's stepmother, she dies in like 3 or 4 years. But let's see. So I need to go to him. Hattie. Oh, and she was born in Hyde Park. That makes sense. And then her mother, Eunice. Oh, yeah, she dies in 1901. Oh, wow, she's old at this point. So that makes sense. She's probably not doing too hot. And it seems like, so her husband is already, yeah. When did her husband? Yeah, her husband has passed away, so she might be all by herself, and that's why she keeps going back and spending so much time with her. That makes sense. Okay. March 28th. Father went to Montpelier and did some trading. I am not very well. Called to Martha Doty's. Mother is at her Mother Campbell's. Father and I stayed at home all night. Eunice is your birthday twin? April? That's fun. I like that. I forget who someone I looked up today. It was someone nowadays, though. It was an actress. I was watching a show, and I was like, what else has this actress been in? So I clicked on her IMDb, and she had my birthday. Sad to hear they're not very well. Yeah, I know. They've been really sick in general this winter. My teachers in 5th grade realizing teaching kids cursive at a young age is a massive mistake. Why is it a mistake? Father and I about home. I did the housework. Myrtie dies in 1965. I did the housework and sewed some. We stayed at home all night. Mother is at her Mother Campbell's. Couple more days of March. March 30th. Father mended Parnell's halter. I wonder if that's one of their horses, and fixed the barn. I did the housework and sewed some. This isn't like a website. Are you talking about what I was just on? This is Find a Grave. What I am using right now is just a picture that I took of the diary and Google Docs. So it's not like actually a website. We stayed at home all night. Oh yeah, it's Find a Grave. It's very helpful. And then this one's newspapers.com. I like that one too, but Find a Grave is free. Newspapers you have to pay for. We stayed at home all night. Mother is at her Mother Campbell's. March 31st, 1899. Father went to Mrs. Campbell's. Mother came home with him. I did the housework. Father, Mother, and I stayed at home all night. Okay, that's it. Do you do this for your own research purposes? Yeah, it's just for fun. Oh, another Addie. I want to do this with my great grandma's diaries. They're so cute. She took a lot of naps. Love that. No, you totally should. It would be amazing if I could do this with a diary of someone who I'm related to. I don't have that, unfortunately, but you should. You should, not only because it'll just be interesting and fun, but you'll have a piece of your family history then, like, digitized and preserved. So if anything ever happened to the physical diary, you have a record of it, and that's really cool. If you do, share what you find with us. Come back and tell us the tidbits. I love that she napped a lot. I used to nap a lot. I don't anymore, but I learned that napping makes me feel worse, so I stopped. Oh, there's a lot of comments going in. Hold on. What have you already discovered through the things you've read about this person? We have found not too much about her because, well, we found like what she does and her family, but I feel like we still have a lot more to discover because we were only a few months into her 1 year of her life. But we found a picture of her. This was actually, it was in the archives of a historical society in Vermont, so we didn't even find this online. I emailed the historical society and I'm like, because they had a record of like what was in the folder. I'm like, it says there's a picture of her and her dad. Can you scan that and send it to me? And they did. So this is her and this is her father. And it's cool because they're kind of the main characters of the diary. So I'm glad we have them. We have not found a picture. This is the full picture. We haven't found a picture of her stepmom or her biological mom yet. I don't know if we ever will. This is her grandfather. And we found some pictures of relatives and neighbors. Oh, that's why I remembered Eveline Hall, because we found a picture of her. Okay, that's why her name sounded so familiar. So I need to check her off. We found her. We found lots of pictures of the town and lots of her family members, but we don't exactly know like who. I saved pretty much everybody who I found that was a Wheeler. This is her school that she taught at. We have a couple of pictures of the school. Wow, 1.700. I don't know. Oh, I think I missed something, but my question too, it's very repetitive. What, the diary? Why does she always say that they stayed home all night? I don't know. Because it's true. It's very repetitive. It's like that's the norm, so why are you bothering to say it every day? But she does. These are just some really cool pictures. Like, he's related to her somehow. He's a Wheeler in that town, so he has to be. Oh, I found this picture, which is labeled unknown people in this town, Calais, Vermont, and I am convinced that it's her and her father. And you guys can tell me if you agree, but come on, that's them. I feel like it's them. Am I crazy? Or I'm pretty sure it's them. Yes, thank you. Isn't that cool? I was on, it's a Flickr page. Someone has a bunch of old, I don't know if they had glass negatives or something that they developed from the town, or I don't know why they have a bunch of pictures from Calais, Vermont, but they have all like different families, pictures of people, pictures of houses, and there weren't any that were specifically labeled for them, but this one was in there, and it said unknown people, and I immediately clocked the beard, and I was like, okay, hold on. And even her ears, like her face shape, I think it's them. And the fact that it looks like them and both of those people look like them, like they are together in this picture. And he would probably be taking her to her schoolhouse or something. It's so cool. So this is illustrating when she says, oh, father carried me to the schoolhouse in the winter. This is what it looked like. It's very cool. I don't know how old she was in this picture, but yeah, there wasn't a year on the picture. Kind of looks like the actress from The Shape of Water. I didn't see that. But it's either of them. Or lookalikes. Yeah, in a tiny town. I know, Morgan. A lot of these things blow my mind. That's why I love this hobby. Definitely the dad, maybe the mom. Her mother passed away when she was around 10 years old. She did have a stepmother that was around until 1903. But I feel like that's her. Our Myrtie with a very cool hat. It's like the ears. I don't know. The way maybe AI can enhance it. It probably wouldn't do a very good job. I'm glad she's looking straight on because I probably wouldn't have thought it was her if she wasn't. And he's looking to the side, but the beard. That's a big clue. Yeah, her mouth is the same shape. It looks like her to me. I have a problem where I can kind of make anything work in my brain when I'm comparing two pictures. I have a really hard time sometimes actually deciding if I think it's the person, but you guys do a good job at like reeling me in. So if you say it looks like them, then I feel like it's them. And his nose makes sense. Yeah, you're right, because his nose is kind of like from a front view, it kind of looks more like straight and flat, and it does look like that on picture from the side. No, she's not my family member. How do you pick who you research? Just kind of what I have. This one, it's kind of funny. This project was supposed to be a quick one. It was supposed to be a one diary, because I just had this one diary from 1905 from her. But quickly, like in the first week, it turned into now we have 3 diaries of hers. So it's a series now. But it was supposed to be a little palette cleanser before a bigger project, and it turned into a full-on series. Yeah, she's constantly riding around with her father, and by 1903, it's just them. So if this picture is after 1903, they live together, and there's no other people in the house. Look at that must be like fur blanket. The sleigh looks so, like, fragile. Like a toy, like fake, but it's obviously not. Doesn't it look like it could just snap? I should message this lady and be like, I think I know who your unknown people are. If you want to see other diaries, Addie transcribe, check out her website. Yeah, thingslostandfound.com. The link is in my bio if you want to look at it. But I did the Anglesea's diary was just my like own project. I started sharing some videos about that, but the Weatherman diaries we did on live stream, so all those live streams are on YouTube. And those were reunited with a great-grandson of the diary writers. And then we just finished up the Slippy diaries, and those have been reunited with a relative, so it's pretty cool. Got a nice track record now. Now we're on Myrtie Wheeler. I have a bunch of handwritten letters from my grandpa, but it's so hard to read his cursive. Well, if you want help, I always offer. I have a group of Patreon people who love to do this kind of thing, and I like to. So if you need help, you can reach out to me. Either like email or, You can scan pictures of it and send them to my email, or you can send it to Instagram, or just reach out and I would be happy to help you. It's fun. I live in New Hampshire, so this being in Vermont is cool to see. Yeah, I'm not far either. I'm in Massachusetts. But it's cool. All of the other diaries I've read, one of them was New York, and then 2 of the series that we just finished were in Iowa. So that's like really far from me. I didn't know anything about the area. So at least in Vermont, I feel like some of these places I recognize, or they remind me of towns in Massachusetts, similar names and stuff. Maybe that's the horse you just talked about. Oh yeah, what was the name? Parnell. I think I know the people and the horse. Now, wouldn't it be cool if he had a name tag on him or something? Parnell. He looks like a Parnell. What's the website called again? It is www.thingslostandfound.com, all one word. But I do have a link to it in my bio on TikTok. So if you click on the little link tree, it should have an easy link to the website. It's definitely Parnell. I like it. In the last diaries we read from Iowa it was a range of times. It was 1897 to 1906-ish. Georgia, one of the diary authors, had a horse named Hector. Hector and Parnell. That sounds like a good pair. Okay. I love how you bring it all to life with your energy. Thank you. I feel like today I don't have as much energy, but I appreciate it. Do you remember what town in Iowa? There were a couple. So the one that we just finished, the Slippy Diaries by Ralph Slippy, they were in Waterloo. No, we never found a picture of Georgia. Not yet. There's still hope. Waterloo, and she had some relatives around in Waterloo, in Eagle Center, and it's hard off the top of my head. It's on the tip of my tongue. LaPorte City. Yeah, there's a Waterloo in Iowa. There's other Waterloos too. Then in the Weatherman Diaries, it was Fairfax, Iowa, and Cedar Rapids. Fairfax is right near Cedar Rapids. That was like mostly where they were going in between. Oh, thanks, Corinne, for all the little stickers. So cute. Yeah, there's multiple Waterloos. But yeah. All right, so next week. Oh, that's cool. It must be cool to pop on here and be like, oh, that's local to me. Because for me, those places in Iowa, like, I've learned a lot about them through doing the diaries, but before that, I don't know anything about them. And I don't know, like, how they relate to other places in Iowa, but it must be interesting to see it from the perspective of, like, oh, I live in that place. Like, I would love to do a diary that's closer to where I live, like, in my state or something. This is cool because it's New England, and I feel like I relate to, you know, when she's talking about the weather and stuff. Like, I experienced that. Cool. Okay, so I put the live event for you to sign up for if you want to on my TikTok page for next week. I also put it into the Discord when I go live, little reminders there. Diary Detectives, our next video meeting is going to be the 22nd of September. It's a Monday. We voted, and there were 2 days. They were both Mondays, so I just picked the 22nd. That's what we're going to do. I'll put it in the Discord chat too, but just so you know. So I'll see you guys next week. We'll read April. We'll say goodnight to Myrtie. And I'm going to go get my 5 guys. And maybe by next week I'll have some cute engagement pictures to show you. Because she did say about a week, which I was surprised. I thought it would be longer. So I'll show you guys if we get them. All right. Bye, other Addie. It's fun to meet another Addie. Doesn't happen that often. Bye, Maria. Bye, Deb. Bye, Corinne. Bye, everybody. See you next time. I will. Definitely will enjoy my food. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.